Episode 7 is upon us. Well, the news anyways. We didn't get a chance to record episode 20 recently because, we had some issues we needed to pan out, especially coming up to the Comic-Con this upcoming weekend in Toronto. That's right, Toronto Comic-Con, we are still invading you. They weren't able to give us media credentials this time around. That's fine. It's a process that we all need to, get better at. And being a Switch, we only have 12,000 followers, and we're still trying to establish ourselves on Tumblr and Twitter as well. This thing takes time. We get it. But there's been a lot of changes in the industry in the last week, so I'm going to try and catch us up here. But next week, don't worry, our podcast returns back on Sunday. We're going to get caught up on The Walking Dead, and I think we're going to do that serial killer podcast we were talking about before, which would be kind of interesting. We're going to talk about Dexter, we're going to talk about Hannibal Lecter, and etc. Mainly because we had this great conversation, me and the Ginger, about The Falling and about serial killers. So we thought maybe this would be something we could bring up because not many people talk about it anymore. Everything's more engineered towards like zombies and vampires and comic book characters. But what about serial killers? That'd be kind of fun. And technically, Dexter is a comic book character because he's got his own comic book now. So that's pretty cool. Anyways, let's get this started. I'm Batman. That's right. Batman is back, but he's back in a video game? But wait, if you're holding on to your panties, you should be now. This is going to be the first Batman that's actually going to have you drive the Batmobile? Yeah, I said that in a question mark. Because that's now the rumor, is that we're actually going to get our first Batman game. And by the way, nothing is more exciting than being able to hear two things. Two huge developments about this game before. It was just a teaser trailer, but, three. I already said one. One, Kevin Conroy is going to be Batman again. Yes! Nothing against the last guy that played Batman, but we're used to Kevin Conroy. And anyone who listens to this understand, if you're reading a Batman comic or anything to that effect, Kevin Conroy's voice goes through your head when you're doing all that. Sorry. He kind of is the voice of Batman, and he has been for over 20 years, so it's kind of hard. It was really hard for me to swallow when I didn't get the last Arkham game, is that he was not the voice of Batman, and it was somebody new, but I just wasn't sold on it. It just wasn't what I thought it would be. If you go back to my podcast about Arkham Origins, my game review, I didn't give it that good of a review. The storyline was good. You got to play the Joker, even a small thing, and everyone who knows me, that's a huge thing. But beyond that, the game had no essence. It wasn't nowhere near Arkham City, because Arkham City set the bar so goddamn high. Now, the second thing is that's going back to Rocksteady, and Rocksteady made Arkham Asylum and Arkham City. Nothing against EA Montreal. They just couldn't do it. Sorry. Hate to break the bad news to you. And now you get the Batmobile. Now, if you look at the trailer, you'll see that if the Batmobile in the Tumblr from Batman Begins had sex, here's your car. This is the love child of that car. Not going to complain about it. It looks pretty badass. Now, it's just a teaser trailer. You got to see Penguin and Two-Face and Harley Quinn, which I've already read that sparked a little controversy because she's wearing her Arkham Asylum clothing. Who gives a shit? As long as she's wearing something that says, hey, I'm Harley Quinn, I'm happy by it. I'm not going to be that fucking stingy about it. But, of course, everyone's going to form their own opinions. I think let's just wait till we see a gameplay footage. Let's go from there. Instead of making a huge assumption that this game is going to be garbage because you saw one thing in the trailer you didn't like. I saw a lot of things I liked, but at the same time, though, it's just FMV footage, so it's hard for you to say that this is going to be a good or a bad game. Let's wait till the gameplay footage comes out, and I can tell you right now, and I don't even know this for a fact, but I have a feeling it's going to happen, is that when I go to Fan Expo in August, this game will be the demo again like it was the previous year, and I'll be happier than the pig in shit. I'll admit that completely. So, first impressions of the game. First off, it's on the page, so if you want to check out the trailer. Otherwise, there's YouTube. Arkham Knight is basically the name of the game. Overall impressed, just from what I've seen. But I would like to know more of the storyline, which obviously they won't release. This is a next-gen only game. So it will not be on the Xbox 360. It will not be on the PS3. Sure as fuck won't be on the Wii. Sorry, Nintendo. Time for you to bite the dust on that play. But it's going to be on the PS4, Xbox One, and it will also be on the PC. So, from what I see, like I said, very happy. So, if you haven't checked out the trailer, just look it up on YouTube and give it a watch. Bring some Kleenex. It won't be for wiping away your tears. First time ever you're going to hear me bitch about how I'm getting screwed on owning a PlayStation 3 and 4. That's right. You're going to hear it from me first. I want Titanfall. I want Titanfall really badly. And anyone who knows me is that I'm not a massive fan of first-person shooters, but this game gives me a raging hard-on. There's just no way out of it. I mean, watching the demo play, like I was just finished watching a trailer that was posted by Ink and Holy, one of our mins on the page. Sex does not make this feel better. This game is the perfect equation of introducing mechs into a Call of Duty environment. And I'm already not a huge fan of Call of Duty, but just watching this is insane. I would love to play this on PlayStation, but this is going to be the Xbox exclusive that they deserve. I will give them that. Their massive exclusive, Gears of War, is done. As much as they'll say it's not, it really is done, and it's time to move on from that point. But maybe Titanfall could bring Xbox into the game. Yeah, sure, Xbox One is a nice console. I'm not gonna say it's not, but PlayStation 4, in my opinion, is better. But if this is the type of games they're going to launch, Sony better do some research and make sure they don't get any more exclusive like this, because honestly, that is ridiculous. So if you haven't seen anything, look up Titanfall right now and just watch it. Human Centipede 3. Feed. Like, I don't even know. Like, I mean, I'm flabbergasted that this ends up constantly being made all the time. It's such a, no pun intended, shit movie. But they still constantly keep being able to bring up more and more and more and more sequels. Does this bother anyone else? Because it bothers the hell out of me. But what do I know? I watched the first two, and let me tell you, Two Girls, One Cup, far more disappointing and disgusting than this series was. So take it from me, if you want to watch it, go ahead, but I'm telling you, it's just going to be a shit show. Now, more and more Transformers photos are starting to go up, and now they officially put up the poster to Transformers 4, showing, Mark Wahlberg boasting it looks like to be some type of alien weapon, maybe an alien machine gun. I don't know. I'm not going to complain, because, I mean, really, we're past the whole Shia situation, because he retired. But, I mean, in Transformers Age of Extinction, there's a lot of things that's going to happen. We're going to see Dinobots. Like, how do you not want to see this? Like, that alone is amazing. But now you have Mark Wahlberg in the fold, and let's be honest here, as much as we like Mark Wahlberg, his films are not the greatest. He's made a lot of bad films, ranging from The Happening. Oh, good. I thought my microphone died there because I didn't mention The Happening. He's also been a part of Max Payne, which I thought would have been good for him. And the movie just was not good at all. Like, how do you fuck up Max Payne? It's about a guy dealing with his demons. We have thousands of these type of movies, but they couldn't get the Max Payne formula right. I mean, seriously, like, the big hit. And the story keeps going on and on and on and on. He's got a pile of shit movies. He's got a pile of good movies, but he's also got a pile of shit movies. I like Transformers how it is. Even if it was just with the Transformers and no humans, I could have been okay with that. But you know how the industry works, well, Michael Bay more than anything, is that we need to make sure we have star power. And really, Kelsey Grammer, what the fuck? And more Batman news. That's right, the Gotham TV show that will be coming out. We just announced, well, not we, but it was just announced that we have 2 new signings. We have a David Mazouz who will be playing Bruce Wayne at the age of 13. Oh, interesting how they're going to play this out. So now you're going to see the kid grow and become Batman. And they also casted, what was her name here? Cameron Bacondova, who will play a teenage version of Selena Kyle. Interesting. But she won't be Catwoman yet, but she will be that person. So she'll just do the whole, I'm a street thief and I'm fucking stealing to stay alive, blah, blah, blah. But they've already gone ahead and casted a lot of people for the show. Like where we talked about Ben McKenzie. We got, they've already casted Donald Logue as Harvey Bullock. They have a Captain Nelson. They have Barbara Keene. Sean Pertwee as Alfred Pennyworth. And we have a Robin Lord Taylor as Penguin. Very interesting. So it looks like they have most of the cast together finally. So now the question is where's this story going to go? Because it can go a lot of good ways. And you also have, I forgot to mention, Jada Pinkett Smith, who's playing a character named Fish Mooney. What do we say to that? I know if I was Will Smith, I'd be a tad offended on that comment. And what? The doors for Bioshock have closed? Who keeps making these decisions? Yet again, another company who's good at what they do has closed their doors. Okay, well, I'm trying to think of a positive way to spin this, but nothing is coming out. But more or less, the product goes back to 2K, and which is fine because 2K does make good games. But I finally find a game that I can play. By the way, I just finished Bioshock Infinite, if anyone's wondering what I'm talking about. But I finally played a game that was by Bioshock that was good, that didn't piss me off, and didn't drive me batshit crazy with the whole control system. Finally found one. It's kind of like the Assassin's Creed theory. It took you 4 fucking games to get it right. When you finally get it right, everything's good. Same thing with Bioshock. It took you 2 games, and then the 3rd game, everything's perfect. And I'm like, we're going to get rid of it now. We're going to close that company because it's just not going to work. Like, what the fuck? Yeah, Sega's gone ahead and said, we're going to still make it, but is it going to be the same? It's kind of like saying moving over the Batman franchise to someone else is going to be good. Oh, wait. Arkham Origins really wasn't that good. And that's it for me, guys. I am done. Like I said, I'm sorry about the podcast on the past weekend, but we have too many things going on. We're already trying to build a mask on Rainer's face, for Christ's sakes. So it's been a busy week. Like I said, if you're going to be at Toronto Comic Con, we'll be out there. We're actually, right now, as we speak, I'm waiting for our business cards to come in. Finally, they're going to be here. Well, at some point. Preferably today, because I'd like to have them so I can kind of, hand out business cards. But we'll be at the Toronto Comic Con on March let me make sure I have this correct because I always get this shit wrong. March the 8th, we'll be on the floor from basically, I think, 10 to 6, open to close. We'll be out there taking pictures for cosplay, and if you see us, please stop, say hi, tell us you're a fan of the page, and definitely we'll take your photo, we'll put it up on the page. We always keep a running page, one album of our cosplay. So if you see us, give us a quick hi, say you're a fan of the page, because it's nice to meet our fans. Because really, the only fans that I know of personally are part of the friend circle. So if we can get outside that, that'd be kind of cool. And with that, enjoy your chimichangas. I'm off to play the new episode of The Walking Dead.